Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the round 15 edition of the Football Town Show. And first up, Adis Sehic returns to the lineup for Brimbank FC, and Morris Edwards make his V-League debut for Carlton in the first clash. And then new captain for Mickleham, Lachlan Campbell, takes on returning captain for Fitzroy FC, Alistair Dunlop. And in the next clash, Jason Barrientos will look to lead the line for a depleted Vic Vipers FC against the fit and firing Sofiane Soufi at Pascoe Vale FC. And in the next game, manager of Ashburton, Benny Gearbock, has his hands full with Matty Vrajowski's Hume. Was going to be a highly anticipated counter. Then Adam Husseini's Metropolitan goes up against Haydar Noor's FC Essendon. And in the last clash of the night, Jose Portillo, who's returned from international training with the Australia team, goes up against the relegation-threatened Moreland FC. But before we move on to this round's action, ladies and gents, let's take a look at last week's results. FC Carlton had a surprise win over Ashburton. Fitzroy defeated Essendon with a massive result. And in the match of the round, there was a thrilling 4-all draw between Metropolitan and Pascoe Vale, while there were also wins for Hume and Mickleham. The first game on the card was between two former State League sides, so both Carlton and Brimbank would be fancying their chances to take the 3 points. And it was Adis Sehic who made a rare run into the deep for Brimbank, which set up the first goal for Adam Alicevic, who continued his hot scoring form as he leads the goal scorers charts for this season. But Carlton was soon on level terms as Chabra Rajab was left unmarked in the D, and he made no mistake, finishing one-on-one past John Italia. But in the next run of play, it was the keeper who got the wood over Rajab, denying him at the far post. As both sides rallied for control of the game, FC Carlton were given a massive boost as new recruit Tom Caraglio put them 2-1 in front. Unable to dispose of the ball properly on halfway, Tom Caraglio soon turned villain as Adis Sehic dispossessed him and finished with a thumping volley to level at 2-2 at the break. Eric Humro, who's had a great season, linked up with Ivan Zilic to set him up for Brimbank's third, although it took a slight deflection. Brimbank soon increased their lead as Ivan Zilic and Mark Borchert had the Carlton defence at sea. Keeper Jose Garcia was left stranded as Mark Borchert executed his strike to perfection. Alicevic is one of the biggest and bustling strikers you'll find in this league, and he's got the strike to go with his physique as he put his side into a 5-2 lead. But that lead was soon reduced as Morris Edwards had a strike from distance, scoring a much-needed goal for Carlton. But their joy was short-lived as Alicevic grabs his second of the half, really taking control of this game. Eric Hamre was the next on the score sheet. The Norwegian is really fast becoming an important player for Brimbank. Up forward, down back, he does the job wherever he's needed. With the margin out to a further 3 goals, poor defending from Sehic allowed Paul Montagna to continue his goal-a-game run as he got his side's 4th of the game. But there was no stopping Alicevic, breaking all defensive clamps on him. He scored a delightful backheel, possibly the goal of the week. More defensive issues were exposed by Morris Edwards as he got his 2nd and 3rd goals of the game. And although it was an impressive debut by the defender, it wasn't enough to claim a result for his side.
Yeah, no, the team played very well. It was a solid effort. We basically were just happy to stay in the league. We're not trying to win the league or anything like that. We play for each other. We tried not to argue and play our best.
The next game on the card saw relegation-threatened Mickleham FC go up against Fitzroy FC, who were boosted by the return of captain Alistair Dunlop and superstar Fernando De Moraes. To get the scoring underway, the two Monteleone brothers, both Ben and Joe, linked up for Fitzroy's first of the night, Ben getting the final touch. But their lead was short-lived as new Mickleham captain Lachie Campbell continued his impressive scoring form with a fine strike. Mickleham's Campbell was on the prowl yet again, and he made veteran defender Mark Burton look like it was his first game as he got his 2nd. And the score was soon made 3-1 as Iggy Filipovic was left with too much room from a free kick, and Mickleham was soon in the surprise lead. Luckily for Fitzroy, the Monteleone brothers struck yet again. This time, Ben Monteleone turned provider for brother Joe, reducing the deficit to 3-2. Mickleham bounced back yet again through Vlado Zoric, the veteran striker, slotting from an impossible angle to make it 4-2 at the break. Fitzroy needed to take action early on in the second half, and they got their wish through Ben Monteleone getting his 2nd of the game and further reducing the deficit. In his first game back to V-League action, Alistair Dunlop, you could tell his touch was just off as he missed the inside of the post. Luckily, the Monteleone brothers were coming to Fitzroy's rescue, young Joe also grabbing his 2nd to bring the scores back to 4 goals apiece. There must have been a little something extra in Lachlan Campbell's Gatorade at half-time, as the captain was certainly pumped up to get a rare win for his side, putting them into a slender 1-goal lead. In the next run of play, Alistair Dunlop missed his second clear-cut chance of the game. Luckily, Ben Monteleone, the man of the match, got his third to level with only minutes remaining. But just when you thought Fitzroy had done enough to secure a point, Kazra Majburi volleyed to win the game for Mickleham at 6-5.
I'm here with Lachlan Campbell from Mickleham FC. What a great team performance by the boys today. You really needed those 3 points, because those 3 points put you 3 points away from 8th spot and a chance to survive in the V-League.
Yeah, we've struggled with getting points the last few weeks, but we've really started to gel. We missed Phil, obviously, but we did well today, and the boys worked well together, and we slogged out a win against a strong, quick.
Cooper just deftly chips the goalkeeper, and it's Cooper with a lovely finish to put the Vic Vipers 3-0 in the lead. Oh, it's a good save by play. What a finish! That's a lovely run and finish from Sonacool. He's put a 2-goal buffer with 1 minute left on the clock. Oh, it's a big save from Goran, and it's a double save.
Eric Armitage so focused through all of them. Their firepower really coming off.
Hi, I'm Nat. You're watching the Football Town Show. Go Futsal!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to El Clasico, round 15, match of the round. The Vic Vipers taking on Pascoe Vale. As we go down to the coin toss, Johnny Barrientos captaining the Vipers, Andre Caro captaining Pascoe Vale, and Evan Robotis, the head referee. Milton Sakos is without Futsalroos, Adam Cooper, and Kieran Pate, while he's also missing Ricardo Castro through suspension. While Paul Vidic is without Joao da Silva and Rodrigo Evangelisti for this heavyweight clash. Let's go down to the action. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the Vic Vipers taking on Pascoe Vale. As mentioned pre-game, Milton Sakos is missing his Futsalroos, Adam Cooper and Kieran Pate, who are away with the Australian squad in New Zealand, along with Ricardo Castro, who was suspended Friday night. Sofian Sufi here, almost with a big chance early on. Great throw from De Paris, and he drags it wide, Sufi. Pascoe Vale, in the meantime, they're without Joao da Silva through a long-term injury, and Rodrigo Evangelisti, who's out tonight. Here, Pascoe Vale setting up a corner. Vipers must defend the long shot, but they've gone inside, and Sufi, as he so often does, has opened the scoring in El Clasico. Sofian Sufi loses Barrientos, and it's 1-0 to Pascoe Vale. Oh, we have the first goal of the game. Here's Fernando Palati. Caro. Oh, and now Krul gets into some unbelievable space, and he played a fantastic ball to an unmarked Breno Palati, and he has blown a golden chance to make it 2-0. Here's Palati. Krul trying to slow things down. Caro again. Now has lost out. Maxi Avram with a fantastic chance, but he's put it over the bar, and De Paris not happy at all. Avram doing really well and should have done better. Oh, Krul. Down the line. Novak. Laid off for Lucas Krul again. He dinks it through now for Ernie Simsek, who loses Hep Tran and played it toward the back post. Mauricio Novak should have been there, but Simsek coming close. Pascoe Vale with most of the chances early on. Here's Johnny Barrientos. He scoops it over the top into the arms of Paris in the end, and now Simsek again, and he rattles the crossbar. Ernie Simsek with a fantastic turn and shot. Palati played him in. He beat Barrientos. Led off for the Vipers. And here goes Barrientos over the top. Big Vipers look like they're really missing the influence of Futsalroos Adam Cooper He sits alongside Johnny Barrientos and makes a huge difference to the way they play. Although Vipers doing a good job to hold up early on. And Krul's gone down there, no foul given. And now Andre Caro will look up and find Lucas Krul, who had a difficult chance there. Jason Barrientos chasing back very, very well and denying him. Here's Andre Caro. And now Lucas Krul and Palati. More brilliant play from Pascoval, but Palati's range is totally off today. Johnny Barrientos with a long ball looking for Jason, and it's gone straight through Lorenzo De Paris. Jonathan Barrientos, the captain of the Vipers, equalises, and a big goal for the Vipers. It's 1-1. Well, that long-range strike really does make things interesting now. Vipers have a new sense of belief and the game has come alive as Sufi now on the turn. Draws a corner, a good save there by Apostolakis. Fingertip save. Barrientos now, Avram. Caro read it. Now Krul. Pascoval just passing around again. Sufi dribbling in, laid it off for Palati. He'll open up Krul, who goes back post. There's no one there at all. Good ball by Krul. As now we set up a free kick. Vipers must defend this. They've got it set up well. And now Sufi. And Sofian Sufi restores the advantage and lets Jonathan Barrientos know about it. Brilliant from Sofian Sufi. As we said earlier, he lives for El Clasico. And he strikes again. Barrientos, can he go with another long-range strike? And that will most likely be half-time, ladies and gentlemen. Pascoval leading 2-1 through two Sofian Sufi strikes, while one to Johnny Barrientos keeps the Vipers in the hunt. Second half now underway, ladies and gentlemen. Pascoval still leading 2-1. Cool. Opening up now, Lucas Krul with another great ball, and Apostolakis denies Palati this time. Gets his shot on target. Fantastic save by Apostolakis. Here goes Johnny Barrientos now. He'll wind up a corner. Tran, Barrigos, deflection, and oh, that comes very, very close. Barrigos getting a good deflection there off Novak, and De Paris didn't know much about that. There's now another free kick for Pascoval. Will it have the same result as Sufi's earlier? Krul, saved by Christos, and down goes Maxi Avram, and Andre Caro with a shot. Not sure what Avram did, he slipped. Hopefully he's okay. Now De Paris coming out, playing a good ball for Caro, and he drills it through, and now Breno Palati. It's taken him a fair few attempts, but this time he's slipped it under Christos Apostolakis. Great ball by Caro, and he's left unmarked. How can you have so much space? 3-1 to Pascoval. Now Jonathan Barrientos. Go to Gabriel Lucena. Youngsters come off the bench now, and now Jason. So often does really well with that turn. Good ball by Lucena. And De Paris with a good save. Now Palati taking a side ball, and Caro with his trademark shot. Apostolakis denies him, and now it's Lucas Krul who'll pick it up. Krul dancing through them all and have another shot, and Christos has really been fantastic tonight. He's been under pressure all night and pulled off save upon save and kept Vipers in it. Here's a penalty now. In it goes. Was it in? Was it out? Definitely a foul. Not sure whether he was inside or outside. It matters little now. It will be a penalty, and Lucas Krul strolling in and puts it away. A little bit of icing on the cake for Pascoval, and Lucas Krul makes it 4-1. They'll certainly take home 3 points tonight, and the Vic Vipers will have to be careful. They need points to avoid a relegation dogfight. They are much better than the position they are on the table. But Pascoval will come away with 3 valuable points today. Goal scorers 2 to Sufi, 1 to Palati, and 1 to Krul, while the single to Johnny Barrientos caps it all off.
I'm here with the superstar from Pascal AFC, the captain, Andre Caro. He must be very happy today getting the 3 points against Vic Vipers. They're always big game, the Vic Vipers, and always you boys rise to the challenge.
Absolutely, it was a great game, great team performance. Very happy with everyone. From Lorenzo to Sofia, the whole team played amazingly.
Andre, there's 7 games to go for the season. It's never been done in history. 3 in a row. Do you think this great Pescaval club can do it?
We can do it, but I think at the moment Hume is the favourite.
Stop putting the pressure off you. These are the favourites.
The pressure is on them. As they say, they are the Black Army. I think they're going to go all the way undefeated, and we're going to play them in the second last game of the season. That will be the final.
What a cracker! Absolute stunner down the line. Hurling effort there from his arm. Kept out by Quaffo. That's a brilliant goal. What an introduction. He's only on the pitch for about 10 seconds. And he flicked it through the legs of John Italia. Ben Monteleone dinks it over Jimmy Brennan, and it's 3-0. Oh, Fuska. Lovely save by Digby.
Hi, I'm Ruby. You're watching the Football Town Show. Go Futsal!
Welcome back to the round 15 edition of the Football Town Show, ladies and gents, where we wrap up the final clashes of the night. And the next game on the card was a highly anticipated encounter as table-topping Hume FC looked to maintain their position at the top of the tree against fourth place Ashburton. It almost got off to a disastrous start for Hume as Moe Mata's strike hit the underside of the crossbar, but going straight down to the other end, Sachin Sissek's strike from the goal line also hit the crossbar. Richie Ferguson had one of the misses of the season as he completely missed an open goal. Ashburton were doing all the attacking. Mateo Rocca's strike was well kept out by Joey Baker. Jordan Michaelis with a nice ball found Chrissy Yang on the edge of the D, which hit the inside of the post. And just as it seemed no one could score, Mo Mata found a bit of space behind the Hume defence and put Ashburton into a surprise 1-0 lead. Hume got the start to the second half they were after. Chrissy Yang on his return to league action scored the opening goal, making it 1-1. Yang could have had a second moments later, but luckily Con Macklis pushed the young striker's ball wide. In the next run of play, Matty Vajovski sent his bench into raptures as he put them into a slender 2-1 lead, and the reality of staying at the top of the ladder was realised when Chrissy Yang slotted through the Chel Jota's legs into an open goal, and it was soon 3-1 with minutes remaining. A golden opportunity fell to Sach Sissek at the back post to put the result beyond any doubt, but he mistimed his sliding effort. But there was no mistake when Matty Vajovski scored from the back post, linking up with George Harrison for the 4-1 win.
I'm here with the youth player of last season, Matty Vajovski. Again, you go on your winning ways against Hume, but you were pressured early in the first half, 1-0 in the second half. It took you a while to shrug off Ashburton, but at the end, 4-1. Good result for you boys.
Yeah, it was a well-deserved win. We started off a bit shaky, but like always, the boys fight through, put in everything we got, and we played well. Good win.
The next game on the card saw bottom-placed FC Essendon go up against Metropolitan FC, who tried to keep in touch with Hume, who had won in the game earlier. Metropolitan's leading scorer, Tomo Grigic, got his team off to the dream start they were after, putting them 1-0 in front with a fine strike. A new signing, Alex Cobo, then fed Grigic for his second, who scored an absolute peach of a goal in the top left-hand corner. The confidence was continuing to grow in the Metropolitan squad. Even strikes that weren't hit cleanly were going in, Ali Redzepovic getting his first of the game. Essendon were fast falling behind their superior opponents, and they needed a goal quick smart, and they got one through first gamer Haydar Noor, who had not played a V-League game in over a year. Former Essendon captain Alex Cobo was settling into life at Metropolitan quite easily, and he got the respect of his teammates by adding Metropolitan's fourth. But Essendon would just not go away. Michael Kafresha, almost the smallest man on the field, getting Essendon second and reducing the deficit. After Ali Redzepovic and Tomo Grigic added 2 more goals to Metropolitan, Alexander Stevanovic made it 7-2 just before the break. Metropolitan were well in control. Their good form continued. Alex Cobo grabbed his second of the game. And Haydar Noor wasn't done on the score sheet. He also bagged his second, as this game was fast becoming an absolute goal fest. Essendon were never going to die wondering though, as former Moreland manager Yusuf Tufeli got on the score sheet getting Essendon's fourth. And then it was the old heads combining Grigic, Stevanovic and Rezevovic for Metropolitan's ninth. The next one of play, it was Tufeli who was trying to get his players pumped up, scoring a delightful free kick which ended up being his second of the game. An impressive debut by the manager, but there was no stopping Tomislav Grigic as he continued to tear Essendon to shreds. But just as Metropolitan kept pulling away, Essendon let them know that they were not going to be pushed around. Haydar Noor setting up Hassan Topal with the score at 10-6. Haydar Noor really made it a game to remember as the deficit was only a mere 3 goals. But in the excitement of scoring plenty of goals, Essendon seemed to forget their defensive duties and they left Adam Husseini unmarked at the back post, while Haydar Noor went up the other end and capped off his impressive debut with his 5th goal of the game. And Alex Kobo linked up with Tomo Grigic for his 5th of the game to cap off the 12-9 result.
You won the best and fairest back in 2010 season with Pascal. You won the FIS Cup, you won the Premiership there. Do you think this season you got the same feeling?
Look, like I said to the boys, this is our best season that we played together, and our best chance to maybe, win the title. So we'll see at the end how it will go.
The last clash for round 15 saw FC Moreland, the Blues, take on the Bloods in CF Brunswick. Both sides had their own agenda for the 3 points. The Brunswick probably needing the points more as they were closer to safety in the top 8, but it was Moreland who got off to the flying start. Defender Sedat Akyol with a blistering volley, but it didn't take long for Brunswick to answer back. Cameron Holmes and Felipe Tadashi, 2 new signings this season for the Bloods, doing the job. The score at 1-1, Jose Portillo and Danny Slovacek linked up for their side second, putting them into a slender 2-1 lead. After turning provider, Felipe Tadashi scored a goal of his own, a brilliant individual effort to put the Bloods in a commanding 3-1 lead. Moreland had a chance right at the end of the first half to Enes Gökhan, but his thumping strike hit the inside of the post and went out of play. To open the second half, Cameron Holmes had an opportunity to extend his side's lead, but Emre Alcohol was on hand to deny him. And a brilliant 1-2 from Quint McGoy and Felipe Tadashi was saved by Okal yet again. With Brunswick showing all the attacking initiative, it was only a matter of time until they registered a major, and they got one through Jose Portillo, and he put them into a 4-1 lead late into the game. A brilliant individual run by Andrew LePage was a mere consolation goal, which capped off the 4-2 result.
With 7 games to go now, just like I just said, 3 points away from 7, so it gives you a great stepping stone to really go forward for the rest of the games.
I mean, now we should get the squad back together a bit more. So most of the boys, some of them were injured, and some of them had other commitments, but the boys are getting back together, and hopefully
that was my next question.
What a round of futsal we've just witnessed, ladies and gentlemen. A few shocks and a few upsets, and certainly some ladder changes. We're going to have a look at them all now. Carlton went down to Brimbank by a slender 2-goal margin. Pascoe Vale and the Vipers had a thrilling 4-1 result, as did Human Ashburton. Well, there are also wins for Metropolitan, which was an absolute goal fest with Essendon, and Brunswick just overcame Moreland. For the second week running, Hume maintained their status on top of the V-League ladder for round 15. They're on 36 points, closely followed by Pascoe Vale and Metropolitan on 35. Brimbank and Vipers continue to battle for 5th position, while Brunswick and Carlton are also rotating in and out of the top 8. Taking a look at the top goal scorers ladder now, Adam Alisevich from Brimbank continues to lead the way on 33 goals, closely followed by Tomo Grigic on 30. Teammate Ali Radzevic is on 28, while Matty Vajovski and Sofian Sufi tagging close behind. Taking a look at next week's clashes for round 16, the clashes not to miss are Hume and Metropolitan. That will certainly decide the ladder leader. CF Brunswick and Brimbank, and also Essendon and Moreland. That is going to be a huge derby filled with plenty of passion. As always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Let's go to Goal of the Week.